Today's episode is presented by Lodestar, the fee experts.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Lending Leaders Summer Session this year, brought to you by SettleWise. This is the first time ever we've had this podcast brought to you by someone that isn't Lodestar, and we want to talk a little bit about that and why we decided to start a title company, why now, all of that. So let's jump right in. I'm Elena Gardner, and with me is our CEO, Jim Paolino.
Elena Gardner, AMP.
AMP.
Congratulations.
I got my fancy little pin.
Yeah.
It's very exciting stuff. Thank you. Awesome. So let's jump right into it. Why did we decide to start a title company?
It's a good question, right? And especially right now. This is Lodestar's 11th year, as we've talked about a lot. And we've only done fees. We're the fee experts. That's something that we've done our entire time. And we've always been looking at ways to expand our business going forward. How do we increase kind of our role in the transaction? What are we doing? And quite frankly, title has always been really near and dear to our hearts, my heart. I grew up in a family-owned title company. That's the reason I got involved in software in this industry, closing cost software. We have had title agents as our first clients for the first 5-6 years of our business. Now it's transitioned to lenders, and we've always just been right next to title. We're quoting title fees constantly. We have thousands of title agents set up in our system. We're asked about title agents, asked about who we should use in different cases. So it just kind of made a lot of sense. I think one of the things that's really unique about Lodestar is where we sit in the transaction. And it's a lot earlier than a lot of other companies. So we're mainly involved when an initial fee disclosure goes out, which is really powerful because it means someone's about to get a mortgage, someone's about to get title insurance, an appraisal, homeowners insurance, patio furniture. So many things are about to happen, and we're right there kind of collecting a toll. So it's really our first dip into how can we utilize that position in the transaction to add more value. And one thing we'll talk about a little bit is an advantage that we have is by being on that initial fee disclosure, we kind of have a few day head start on other title companies because of the technology, because of the integrations we have. So what we really want to do is use that to deliver a better experience to our customers, whether it be the lenders or ultimately the borrowers.
Absolutely. And I mean, I think we're going to talk a little bit more in a few episodes. This is going to be a 6-part series. So we're going to go into just a little bit of the background of this and really focus on the why and tell that story. But I think another great question is why now? You know, when we're looking at the NAR ruling, junk fees conversation happening with the CFPB, title insurance being a hot topic, being brought up by presidents and all of that. And the loveliness of attorney protection letters. Right. There's a lot there, right? There's a lot happening.
The AOLs, right?
Yeah, the AOLs.
Opinion letters. Yeah.
Opinion letters, sorry.
Yeah, though I know. And it's, I get asked about those a lot. There are a lot of things changing, right? In the industry, and title insurance is something that's always been really targeted, right? Been putting together some content. People think it's a scam. People think, why are there no cures? This is too expensive. I personally feel a lot of that is untrue, but there's just not a lot of understanding around title insurance. But I think given our familiarity with the industry, with title insurance, but also being a tech-minded company, it gives us the flexibility to do things a little bit differently. We can be against the grain in ways that kind of rethink title in a way that other companies who are probably incumbents that have been in the industry for a while, it's just a lot harder for them to do. So I think that's kind of what gives us that ability and flexibility, because we're starting now in a time where there's a lot of uncertainty. Not a lot of title agencies are getting started right now. We're at the 2 years of a low in the industry. So it gives us the time to figure this out. It gives us the time to be a little bit different in what we want to do and tie things together. So I think it's really interesting. And I think as we see the dust settle with things like the NAR ruling, what's happening with attorney opinion letters, how are people communicating junk fees, we're part of those conversations, and it gives us the opportunity to, add to it and also kind of design a business, design a service, a title company that looks a little bit different.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something I think we're going to start to see more and more of with all the attention around fees right now. Now, pivoting a little bit, so you decide to start a title company. what does that look like?
Yeah.
Like from like a business perspective, I know a lot of people are curious about how starting a business happens, right?
Yeah.
So what are the logistics of that other than, yeah, we're going to do this?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot to it.
And we'll go
Yeah.
deep, but
Yeah,
let's
we'll
stay, well, we're going to stay high level in this episode.
I think for me, I really want to practice what I preach when I talk to other people. And the biggest thing is proof of concepts, a proof of concept. And I basically break this down, and our creation of this business broke down into 3 phases. Phase number 1, can we drive title insurance, right? Can we sell this is basically what we do. And this was, we didn't pick a brand. We didn't start a company at this point. It was basically piloting will our lender clients order title insurance with us. So we were able to work with a few select clients and basically give us enough confidence that people would sell this. And this is something that, or would buy this, and we would be able to deliver on that. And this is something that I preach constantly to folks who want to start a business, who think they need 6 figures to go build an app right away. You don't. You have to test your concept. I just read a great book about it called $1 Million Weekend that I've posted about, I think, Noah Kagan is the author. Really, really good. And it dives into this in a lot better detail. So it's something that I always preach. And that was our first step. Basically, it gave us enough confidence that, yes, there's demand for this. If we're able to get it set up in the right way, that we can basically turn some portion, we don't know exactly what it is, of our fee quotes into title orders. So once we had, and that was probably this time last year around the summer into fall.
Yeah.
And then the next step is, okay, now we create a brand. And I think that's probably a good segue into what our next episode is going to be, of the beginning of phase 2 and what that all looks like. So I'll save that for a little bit later.
Absolutely. And so you'll notice with these episodes, they're going to be a little bit shorter. We're going to sit right around that 10-minute mark for you. And we really hope you enjoy this content. So if you have any questions for us as we go through this process, please leave them in the comments. We'll address any questions either in the comments, or if we get enough of them, maybe we'll do a video. Jim, do you have anything else you want to add to this first episode before we go into episode 2 for everyone?
No, I don't think so. It's been a great reception. We'll talk more about kind of announcing and doing this, but it was, a decision that we've thought of for a while, starting a title company. This is something that, myself and our co-founder, Dave Spector, have been talking about for 5 years. And we just thought, the timing was right for us. The timing was right for the market. So I'm excited to kind of have behind the scenes a little bit more of all of this, what it actually looks like to start a business in this environment.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next week with our episode 2 of this 6-part series, The Importance of a Brand and How We Created One. So thank you all so much.